Would you be willing to set up the next race?
Okay, I don't know how to do that, but...
Or you know what? It's like you go to the license thing.
What did the symbols mean? Garage. I'm just going to garage.
That's the car I think we're in.
Can I get in? I've gotten into it.
We are now in it.
I'm in.
In it to win it. Wait, what?
Do I exit?
Yeah. Okay. I think we gotta get Class A license now. Okay, so you weren't here for this, but I just want to quickly tell this to you because I brought this up on the episode, but you didn't hear. I think I know what I'm going to do with this channel. I'm not sure if it's like I already said that or not.
You told me you had figured it out, and you had told
Yeah. Okay. So what I want to do with this channel is I want
probably
to.
Sabrina listens to this one too.
Well, yeah. Well, I think you're hearing this. I think before even her, because I came up with it like at the end of the first episode.
I meant what your entire audience. I was a joke about your audience.
Oh. You're right. You know, I'll be honest with you. No one's seen the last like 4 or 5 episodes.
So where does one find your gaming content? Because this is the first I'm hearing of it.
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Totally on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just YouTube, and then it's under Ruben Ortega.
So that's one difference, I think, a big difference between you and me. I think part of that is you were a creator and you were thrown right into sort of your industry.
Which one might be no more? Counter Strike. No. Counter Spy. Yeah.
Is you will throw your name out there
Yeah.
on everything. I am like, use my nickname and don't say my last name. Like the very first episode of that podcast I was on, Matt immediately like drops my whole name.
I know
I'm like,
he pulled on like it was like you're gonna know this guy.
and I'm like, I am going to stab you.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Because also the circumstances of that
Mm-hmm.
of
what was gonna happen on that
what-
episode.
It will happen on the episode as well as what happened in the other episode. You know, I'm like, thanks. That's all out there now.
Yeah. I took it too wide. Yeah, well, I mean, like for him.
You've been busy.
Oh yeah, I think I've been uploading one every night. Oh, those are still up.
Slender comes for Spider.
Look at that, 1.8K.
I think this one I have stuff on. I think I have like 2 videos on this.
Okay,
don't. Okay, so it's my other.
So it's like Nico was looking through he's going through my channel and he's like looking at my old videos, and when this uploads I will have used to have 4 Spider-Man episode. I used to have a Spider-Man hoodie that would go up all the way, and this was during the time that back when it was like PewDiePie wasn't even. It was like back when PewDiePie was still trying to make a name for himself. Like that's how long ago this was. We had made a few of it was like videos. One of which was Spider-Man versus it's like the Slender Man, which was Halloween that day. And one of my friends happened to be it's oh my god, it's like the Slender Man. So basically, the whole video is just me going around Spider-Man, and then there being basically him in the background, and that was it. And I got 3 comments on it, which was basically "This is gay." That's all it said, was that this is gay, gay, gay. And I was like, all right, well, I don't think you guys know what that means, but okay. Yeah, I did not do that. That was not the way I was supposed to do that. Oh, I passed.
How do I sign into a different YouTube account?
You sign out.
Oh, sign out. I feel like you should be able to alternate. Like, okay, now I've logged out of Gmail entirely now.
Yeah. Whoops.
sign in.
Yeah, it's like on mine. You can do that.
I'm not sure how to use. This is Windows 10.
Yeah.
My last name was like Windows 7, so I'm a little behind the curve.
Well, no, it's okay because it's on mine too. It's possible, but it's difficult. If that makes any sense.
My iPad does it. It'll switch back and forth, but this is my old YouTube channel. I got super deep into the middle school, the whole guitar covers thing.
Oh, please tell me you have a guitar covers.
I think I have 2 still up. Oh no, I deleted them.
Oh, what?
Did I? Uploads. I guess they're not up there anymore. I thought I had one still up. I thought I had. Oh, I had my old channel. I had another old channel I completely like scrapped. Yeah, this is joined January 7th, 2012.
So when did you do these?
I was in middle school like 2010ish, so 2011. I have one video from 2 bands at Arcadia combined at the end of the band review.
Ew.
But 2 bands out, after the
God damn it. Yeah, but bless you.
after the competition area, there's that like long strip where he's like, "We're gonna play the field show music." We're like, "That's weird."
Bless you.
He's like, "We're doing it." Well, during that strip, a new trend is that bands playing the same march will combine.
Oh.
So this is 2 6A bands, and they're like, my grandmother actually recorded it. So here's like, it's a giant,
Like, holy fuck, dude. Oh my god, I'm totally getting sidetracked now. I didn't sync these up. Oh no. No.
It means your audio's gonna be off.
Well, no, it just means that I'm gonna have to actually sit down and watch these.
But now you're having me sneeze through it. So.
So I'm just gonna be
timestamp that, huh?
Yeah. No, that's fine. Bless you.
Oh,
Technically, I should be.
I had this one concert I went to, and here's an acoustic performance of it. But
What do you mean I failed? You failed. Your mom failed.
I failed. Jet, you.
Oh,
That's my car insurance.
it,
But yeah, I could have sworn I left one of those covers still up.
Mhm.
Because I had like 1,000 views on it.
oh wow.
Let me see. Maybe that's even a different.
Oh, you were gonna tell everybody about, like,
Okay,
tell
so
everybody about the scrap idea.
I had a first idea was I'm joining the military to do some sort of mechanical, right? So I'm either gonna be in charge of not in charge, but I'm gonna be either handling electronic systems based on nuclear energy,
Yeah.
or maintaining the reactor itself.
Yeah.
So I figured if that's what I'm gonna be training to do, cars should be cake. After learning all of that, handling a nuclear reactor on a moving naval vessel, working on cars should be like
Like, no problem.
yeah. I couldn't find the word other than cake, but
There is only cake.
there is only cake.
There's only that booty. Wait, what?
So, I mean, yeah. The initial idea was I would open my own mechanic. I would, invest. I'd save up while I'm in the military.
Mm-hmm.
I have a grand real estate investment scheme as well. I'd invest and save up while I'm in the military, and then afterwards have a mechanic shop. Because, when you have a good mechanic shop and you have good margins and you're smart about it, you end up at scrap yards, right? Or have a mechanics practice.
Okay.
Then I thought, what if I just have a scrapyard? Because mechanics sounds like a lot of work, whereas a scrapyard is sort of like just buy, sell things.
Yeah.
Sounds like a scrapyards. Well, the profit margin on scrapyards aren't great.
Okay.
They're like 20%, I think, which is better than restaurants, but it's not. Based on the licenses and all that, it's a lot to start off with, and then that be your return.
Okay.
So the best way to do it is to buy a practice that's already established. But then if you're buying a business and the land associated with the business, you're spending multi-millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want a high roll like that.
Yeah, you
Then you're
definitely
also
not.
in debt.
Yeah. And you don't like being in debt.
I don't. But
I mean, I don't think anybody likes it.
I know anyway.
But you just
I'm not
you-
okay with it.
Yeah, you would just absolutely won't.
So, I hear a good way to start is recycling e-waste. So it's like, you know, if you go somewhere, it's like someone like donate your old phone, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they cannibalize it for the parts you can use, and then you pretty much send the material to be broken down
Yeah.
somewhere else by like, you know, a refinery or somewhere that disassembles the raw materials.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear that's pretty lucrative. But I have zero know-how on how to do that. And so I messaged you about that because I'm like, you were sort of a tinkerer. I'm like, what if I'm like, you would probably at least have more idea of what to do.
Yeah.
Even with, I don't know what your computer science background or your, you know, engineering background is, but even if something was not necessarily valuable, if you had interest in it, it'd be like, part of your benefit would be, if you want this weird chip, you can have it. Other than you don't have to sell it, you can keep it.
Yeah.
But that was my thought was to use that to step up to like auto scrapping.
Okay.
But
So
that was my initial thought, and now it's taken like that took like a solid 6 minutes to talk about because it started with one. I thought, oh, mechanic shop.
Mm-hmm.
Then I thought scrapyard. Then I thought that's a lot of money. Then I thought e-waste to scrapyard. But when keep doing e-waste because the margins of the e-waste are actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
Because there's not a whole lot of labor associated with it. Taking stuff apart is easy,
It's just no one.
and you don't need anywhere near the same licenses as like disassembling vehicles where you know the shit decomposes and is a threat to the environment.
That's another thing I like about hanging out with you. I learn a lot of shit. What do you mean I fucking failed?
Yeah,
Oh,
so I failed in math class. What do you mean I fucking?
I failed by like 0.02 seconds. This whole episode is just gonna be me trying to get my license. Oh my god.
Did I tell you it took me like 2 months to get my driver's license? The whole chronicle of my driver's license.
Actually, no, I don't think you've told me that.
Okay. This is gonna be a fun one. So I got my driver's. I went to when I finished high school. I thought I was gonna go to state college at a state. I thought I was gonna go out to Arizona
Never mind, you did tell me this, but
for college.
But yeah, it's going to hear this again. Yeah.
So I didn't bother getting my driver's license. I was like, why am I need driving? I need to learn to drive in California, where in Arizona the laws are different.
Yeah.
So I never bothered in high school to try to drive.
Yeah.
And at the time I was going to learn how to drive, I had a cousin get killed in a car accident. He was
Oh.
about a grade behind me. So like it was after one of our Saturday night band practices.
Mm-hmm.
My mom picked me up and she was like crying, and I was like, "Who died?" So
Oh no.
my mom is not an emotional like gut wrench person.
Uh-huh.
So if she's and her and I are very similar, and we can read each other very well. So it's like me. I'm like, for her to be acting this way, who died?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, your cousin got in a car accident. He got hit by a school bus, actually.
Oh shit.
And he threw himself in front of his younger sister, who was also in the car with him.
Oh no.
And
Did she live?
she had very little injury, if anything.
Oh wow.
He didn't make it. So she's like, "You're not driving." And I'm like, I got no problem with that. It sounds expensive. So
Have I got to start for you after this? But yeah, so you weren't allowed to drive.
so I wasn't allowed to drive. Didn't really have a desire to drive. Sorry, I've been neglecting my phone.
That's okay. I'm thoroughly concentrating on trying to get my license. What?
So then I was 18.
Okay.
So then I was 18. I went out to my college orientation. Realized I'm not coming here for $38,000 a year.
Yeah. And then you realize, oh shit.
So then I came back home. I literally, my first job was down this. You know where I worked. So my first job was like 2 miles away from house. So my parents easily just drove me there. And you know where I went to school.
Yeah.
So the whole like diameter, the whole total distance from like my school, from the community college to my work was like 4 miles. So my parents had no problem driving me. Like my dad just retired from the Navy, so he was doing jack shit, for lack of a better term. So he like, you know, he was a little annoyed at driving me. And the main reason I probably got my license was he's just tired of doing something. He was just tired of doing anything.
Yeah.
Other than driving my siblings around. But
What? Oh man, damn it. Okay.
so my parents drive me around to work and school.
Yeah.
And I also didn't have a car to learn on. So I started driving a little bit on my mom's her Dodge Caravan. So I started learning to drive a little bit on that, and it got to the point where they let me know like a month or two, and they let me know a little ahead of time that they were going out to Arizona for Thanksgiving. Well, I was working that whole week, so it was either walk to work or figure it out.
Yeah.
So I got the $600 car off my grandmother.
Nice.
Not nice. It was the Pontiac.
Oh.
But I got the $600 car off my grandmother. Thing was worth $400, but she wanted recompensation for a brake job. I'm like, okay. So I got $600 from my grandmother, and I had to retake my permit test because it had expired. Because I did my permit stuff, and then my parents were like, yeah, you're not driving.
Yeah.
So I had to retake my permit test. Cake, a few things happened, but it got to the point where it was like, okay, I'm learning to drive. I had lessons because I could not handle my parents in the car. My mom just like, my dad just like, your brake, you need to change your brake distance. I'm like, because I switched cars, asshole. Like I was driving a Dodge Caravan before. Of course, my driving is gonna be totally different when I'm learning to drive than on my, the Pontiac was a car.
Yeah.
It was a heavy-ish car, but it was a car versus a van. So I'm like, of course my driving's going to be a little different when I switch between the two every day.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, that's no excuse. I'm like, I'm learning, asshole. And then I'm in the car with him, and he drives that, disgustingly lifted, like, it's a good truck, but he's not a good driver. So I'm like, I can't be in a car with this guy, ever. Like, I will rage out.
Which technically isn't a lie, because you rage out a lot.
I rage out in the car by myself. But, anyway. So, I basically had to learn to drive, or else I'd probably have to walk to work.
Yeah.
Every day. And there's some hills. And some construction zones like that. They've been deconstructing that street for, like, the last 90 years.
Yeah. Like.
So, whatever, go take my driver's license test. I failed I had like one critical error. If you have one critical error, you're done.
Yeah.
I turned left and someone else ran a red light, and I pretty much had to swerve out of the way to avoid getting hit.
Yeah.
And since you almost get in a collision on a driver's test, they're like, yeah, I'm probably not going to give you your license. Like, that's automatic no.
Yeah, but which that's not even your fault too.
It's not, but whatever.
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time. And then that car had a lot of issues with the electronics in the car.
Okay.
So next time I drive up there, on the way there, one of the rear taillights goes out.
Oh no!
And if you fail that visual inspection, you fail the test.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we get there, because you have to be. I was 18, but you have to be there with another driver over 18.
Yeah.
So we get there. I'm like, shit, this because when your lights is out, your blinker clicks fast.
Yeah.
Goes into double time or whatever.
Oh no. Okay, well.
So we get there, we check it, we're like, shit. Oh well. And the guy I was going with was kind of like, can we get like Slurpees or something on the way back? Because we're doing this like every week for the past month. Right? Next time we go, right? Because you have to make the appointment online. Next time I go, they're like, oh, you don't have an appointment. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I made the appointment like the day I came back from the last one that I couldn't I didn't even take the test the second time.
Yeah.
Like, we got in the parking lot, checked it, I went home. Canceled the appointment, made another one the next, for the next possible time.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we go out, they're like, you don't have an appointment. I'm like, excuse me? They're like, yeah, you don't have an appointment. I'm like, which day did you make your appointment? I told them that. It's like, oh, our computers went down that day.
So
I'm like,
that's not your fault.
That's not my fault. But since drive tests are only by appointment only, they're like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
sorry, go fuck yourself. So like 2 months later, I take it and pass it. But at this point, I've driven to the DMV like 5 times.
Yeah. So you already pretty much know how to drive.
I pretty much know how to drive at this point. And then I get my license, then I'm like upset the whole rest of the time I drive because I'm like, my license took so much to get,
Yeah.
and no one knows how to drive anyway. Like if you drive on the 5 in San Diego, like no one knows how to drive. Like in the far right lane, they're going 40 miles an hour. In the far left lane, they're going like 100.
Yeah, they're going like 100 miles an hour.
91. Like what the hell?
Oh, I love. Okay, there's one. I love driving on this like 805 at night, just because it's almost like the speed limit doesn't exist. There is no speed limit.
So when I worked at the kitchen, right, I was on 10, and there's sometimes I go from the kitchen from my job down here in I went from East Lake I would drive from East Lake at 10 p.m. on a Friday night to Temecula because it's Saturdays off. The speed limit does not exist on the 15 after like 9 p.m. Like, I've pushed that little Prius to like 100. No, it wasn't the Prius because I didn't work there. I had the Prius, but I pushed that Deathmobile to like
Deathmobile.
100 and something.
God damn it! Ugh.
Because like that was to keep up.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even like blasting past people. Like keeping up and going 90.
Yeah.
And it's great because you can turn like an hour and a half drive into like just under an hour.
Mm.
Bad news is if you crash at any moment, you're
fucking dead.
So toast.
Yeah, you're not coming back from that. And not only that, but if a cop for whatever reason is all like, I'm just gonna check my speedometer.
No, it was funny. One time I was driving that same route,
or
it was like right before you hit Escondido, and I was going a little fast, and there was a cop like a little bit behind me. Is the left lane. I'm like, I'm just gonna turn over the right lane, and I swear to God, that cop was going like 90 miles an hour in that left lane. He was just like, "Thanks, dude, you're on my way now." Now I'm like, okay, so this is just we're in free for all land.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just gotta be California because I feel like, because we're nothing but highway. Like that's like if you want to get anywhere, you have to go on the highway.
That's true.
And
one thing though, it's like Temecula driver. I'm in Temecula.
I took it too hard.
You get some LA drivers, right? LA drivers don't give a fuck. LA drivers, it's the fast lane.
Yeah.
Every lane is the fast lane. San Diego drivers, like when you hit the 805 from the 15, the speed limit goes down like 11 miles per hour because people are just stupid. Like you go from the 15 in like Mission Valley and cross over the 805 at around National City. You will go from like the left lane going to 80 to the left lane going to like 64. Like you'll go from like the speed limit is nothing to like, oh my God, I'm under the speed limit. Because people are just like don't know how to drive suddenly. And it's infuriating. Especially when you need to pee. Like I've been living off of water. I don't know what's going on, but I will drink like 3 large water bottles. Like the ones in my car, that's like the 3rd one of the day.
I mean, it's good you're drinking water, but
it makes driving difficult.
Yeah.
Because like every 12 seconds, like, oh God.
God. It's like, oh, all right. Well, I need to go and stop somewhere. And it's not because I need to eat.
Like I drove. It was last Friday. I drove to Temecula, and I had to stop in Poway for to pee.
Slow down.
I found a 7-Eleven, and I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry.
No. Oh, damn it. I'm not gonna make that. Same goddamn turn too. Okay, we're gonna make it in 1 minute and 8 seconds. That's really dangerous, but
Burnouts?
yeah.
You'll destroy your transmission if you're in the wrong car.
Yeah.
Surprised there's no Lexus vehicles. I guess Lexus are all just Toyotas though. They're the same drivetrains half the time. Just nicer interiors.
Well, actually, it's like what I was kind of hoping to do after I did like these episodes was that like probably not tonight, but after I get done with Gran Turismo on this one, just like the main cups, I was gonna do. I was gonna do is like Gran Turismo 2 just because I have it. It's only because I have it. Like I'm not gonna go through all of them, but I was like I feel like that could be kind of fun and just see like what kind of cars were. Ah, fuck. It's just one goddamn turn, guys. I swear I'm not that bad at racing games.
I am.
I mean,
I'm god awful.
Actually, I was playing this earlier today, and I got up to the highest class 1, right?
You should have recorded that and just talked over it.
Well, only reason I didn't was because I was playing it for fun at first, and I was like, I should actually make this a thing, but I can't just start from in the middle. So I'm kind of using you as a scapegoat to kind of like work my way up a little bit, and then I might switch over to the other account.
You're
Anyway.
like, I'm suddenly really good. Look what I did.
Look at that! I somehow just have all this bunch of money and good card. Oh wow! Actually, didn't count it. What was I saying?
I'd like to see the Lexus LS because it's not designed to be a fast car or anything.
Uh-huh.
But it's got a V8 in it. There are like 2 reasons you put a big engine in a little car, or in a car, instead of like a larger vehicle.
3,
it's either so that
2, 1, and we missed it.
It's so that your car is powerful enough that regular driving doesn't phase it, or it's so you're powerful enough that you can be a jackass on the freeway.
Which one are you?
My car has no way a powerful engine.
Well, no, I was.
I'm both.
I was referring to your character. Yeah.
Oh, probably a little both. I'm the character that sees a V8 and I'm like, I don't need that.
You know, at least you can say that, man. Like,
You're like, I want it.
yeah. At least I'm just gonna say it's like, I'm proud of you because you can say that, because I definitely can't. I need my V8s.
It depends on what you're driving.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a truck and you're hauling stuff, you want a V8.
Yeah.
If you have a car and you're driving to work and back and that's about it, your daily driver,
Yeah, you don't need that.
you don't want a V8 because then you're just dumping money into your gas tank at that point.
Yeah.
Like I think the Prius is a 1.4 liter i4 and it gets the job done. And I pay $20 a week in gas. I actually was doing the math compared to my old car.
Damn it.
To this car. What I'm paying, and even not counting repairs, I am paying less for this car. And I had no payments on the other car. Like I paid $600, it was done. This car, I think it's a 175 minimum payment. For the first few months, I paid $230, and I've brought it down to $200 right now, just because I'm trying to rebound from the laptop purchase. But I'm still overpaying it, so.
But you know, it's whatever. It's whatever.
Still overpaying it a little bit, but it's just to take off the interest. But what was I saying? Oh, but even with the payments, this car is costing me less monthly than the other car without repair costs.
Fucker. Yeah.
So the old car was costing me about $90 a week in gas. On top of that, my insurance was about $10 higher a month. So I think the total cost of that car before repairs was about $500. Because gas would be like $270, $360 a month.
Yeah.
This car I think is just shy of $500 with a payment. Because gas is like $80 a month. Gas is like $20 a week. The payment is, about $200.
Damn. Sounds nice, Nico. You're kind of making me want a Prius now.
They make bigger ones.
They make bigger ones.
And
now I'm like psyched out.
as well as the insurance is actually $10 cheaper than my old car. Like after it spiked $10. Like I went from 175 175 a month to 183 a month when I first bought it.
What are you just going to Boyston?
Boyston. I don't want to talk about Boyston.
Yeah.
And after
I'm already talking about Boyston.
after October, I want to talk about talk about Boston. Not after that World Series. I knew this. Mind you, everyone knew that was gonna happen going into it. Boston had a much better team put together, but
Yeah.
it hurts losing 2 years in a row.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I was kind of like, I could root for both teams.
You're like, I'm from the West Coast. And I went to school in Boston. I win.
Yeah, it's like I've already won. Like
they're both there. I've already won.
yeah, like if anything, I just won the lottery.
My dad has a friend, and the guy's still. My dad retired from the Navy. The guy's still in it. He's about 10 years younger than my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. He's like, I know Dan. He got stationed to Hawaii.
Oh.
So he's like, I know Dan's not going to fucking work today because Boston's in the World Series. Because last year I was, was doing cook work, and it's hard work, and it was good enough money that I was like, no, I'm going to work every day. And my dad's like, I knew I wasn't seeing Dan. Like, if Boston made the World Series, Dan was in the fucking Navy. I knew I wouldn't see him. He's gonna watch the game. He wouldn't even care. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna work. I didn't get to watch last year, and last year's a much better World Series. Went to 7 games. There's a few good games in there. Whereas this year there was one good game, and it was only 5 games. The one good game was the longest World Series game in history. It was 7 hours and 20 minutes. It was 18 innings. Hey, you got your license.
Yeah.
You didn't have to
By the
drive.
way, that was the longest game in history.
There's one that they called it 18. They picked up in the morning, but it wasn't as long.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the longest game. It started at like 5:09 and ended just after midnight. I actually...
Because I think I saw it up till midnight, and then I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm not watching
It ended
this.
like 18 minutes after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, I'm not staying for the rest of this.
I actually was working for the first hour of it, sat down at work, watched like maybe 20 minutes of it, met up with a friend.
Oh, stop it.
We went to Whole Foods. We then went back to the island where I work.
Uh-huh.
Right? Figured out what we were doing. Went and saw a movie at Plaza Bonita.
No, are you? And you came back and it's still on.
And I got home and it was still on.
No, I'm not playing this.
Those teams put in a full days of work.
Mm-hmm. Like you are working for your money.
Like earn that $30 million.
Yeah.
Like, jeez, Louise. Man, I got home. I sat down because my dad was still up, and watched like the last I'm like the minute it ends, I'm going to sleep. Cause I started work at 12. Got off at 4. Watched a movie at 9:40.
Mm-hmm.
Movie ended like 11. Sat in the parking lot talking to the person I saw the movie with. Came home, and the World Series was still fucking on.
It's just too long, man. That's just too long.
At least they won that game.
Yeah.
That was a fun game to watch. Mind you, I watched it on the phone. Like, I was in this movie, I had my phone brightness all the way down, and I had the app going, and I was just doing like this. Watching it, I'm like, oh my god, it's 15 innings. Oh my god, it's 12 innings. I'm like, oh my god, no, Boston scored. They're like, oh, the Dodgers scored. Oh my god. Like, we keep going.
It's like, would you be willing to do this at one more episode?
Sure, yeah.
Alright, cool.
I've really got nothing to do. Like, there's no one at my house.
Yeah, because me too.
Like, I've got nothing to do tomorrow. Like, I text you, I'm like, I haven't seen you in a while, and I feel like I should not be just at home all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I went to class, because what I do is
wait. He's like, why don't you save it?
Okay.
Okay. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, go touch yourself and please share. Okay.
Is that a good way? Go touch yourself?
Yeah. Like
go touch yourself and have a good time, or like, is that a euphemistic go fuck yourself?
I feel like it could go both ways. I started to say it more like a I don't know what else to say here. Or maybe I could just not say that. You know what? You're right. All right, guys, I'll catch you later.
So I guess it doesn't. I guess it's perfect.
Okay.
You got that hip step side to side, keep it up and you blow my mind. And I sure do love to watch you go. You keep it in step, don't collide. Keep the space a little wide, or you might disrupt my flow.